Nothing too exciting on the left, it's just a Zergling scouting. Zerglings make great scouts because they're cheap. It's 50 minerals for 2 Zerglings. So, and you only need a scout with 1 usually, and they're fast and they regenerate health, so if they get harassed, you can just move them back and they're almost as good as new. He just places Zergling near one of the newer additions in Starcraft 2. This is a Zelnaga tower, which was in the original Starcraft, and it lets you see more of the battlefield when you possess it. Obviously, the opponent can come and take it away by killing the Zergling who's occupying it. And you also see here gold minerals that are also in StarCraft 2, and they're better than regular minerals. And what I like about StarCraft 2 that wasn't in StarCraft 1 was that, like, these buildings add a whole new strategic value to StarCraft 2. Games like Company of Heroes revolutionized the RTS genre by having strategic locations that you have to capture, not just choke points. Like every RTS game has choke points, but strategic buildings and minerals and resources that players have to fight over. It adds a new dimension to maps. So that's what I really like about StarCraft 2. And okay, I've been looking at the Zerg too long. Let's look at what the Protoss player is doing. As you can see, his expansion is already up. He's building a lot of Stalkers and Zealots. I think that's a good combination. I don't think you can spam too many Zealots because Zealots are melee units. The speed upgrade really helps, especially for mid-late game, but there's only a certain number of Zealots can be attacking at one time. If they have a ton of Marines and you have, let's say it's like a slightly less amount of Zealots, they can still do heavy damage to you, because even when there's a huge blob of Marines, every single Marine that blob can attack because they're ranged. But a Zealot can only attack one guy at a time, and if you have a big blob of Zealots, only the guys up front can attack. That's why it's good to have a bunch of ranged units as well. As you can see, these units are built a little differently than how they were built in the original StarCraft. They're teleported in. You can upgrade your gateways into warp gates, and that's really strategic because you can teleport them anywhere there's a pylon. So you can proxy a pylon on your enemy base and just spawn units there. And that's actually pretty nasty. If you sneak a pylon to their base, pylon's really cheap. It's like 100 minerals, and it's builds relatively quickly compared to other buildings. But with one pylon snuck in their base, you can spawn, let's see, he has about 6 gateways worth of units near the base. So that's really effective. Also, they seem to build faster. Warp gates definitely build faster than, seem to build a little faster than the gateways, than vanilla gateways. I can't really prove it, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. And also the upgrade's really cheap. It's 50 minerals and 50 Vespene gas for something that's pretty versatile. And you can actually de-upgrade. You could switch back the gateway if you want. I think the one benefit that a gateway adds over a warp gate is that you queue units. You can't queue units with the warp gate for some reason. Did I screw that up? I think I called it the wrong thing. Okay, warp gate and gateway. That's it. Warp gate lets you teleport, the gateway lets you queue units up. It looks like the Protoss player got supply bottlenecked, so he just built a ton of pylons just in case. And that's the other thing. Let's talk a little bit about their base design. As you can see, he has 2 pylons surrounding his group of gateways. That's strategic because Protoss buildings need pylons in order to be powered. If he only had 1 pylon and it got destroyed by harassing air units, all of his building gateways would be disabled. So that's why he has these 2 pylons. I personally would have put a 3rd one there, but whatever. And as you can see in his base, he's not leaving a lot of open space around, and that's kind of strategic because this group of gateways kind of forms a wall. So if someone's attacking, you can put a bunch of range units behind the wall as a shield. Oh look, combat. So we have a bunch of Hydralisks, a bunch of Roaches, and a bunch of Zealots, and a bunch of Dark Templars. That's a lot of stuff fighting. I actually predict that the Dark Templars will win, because it looks like the Zerg player doesn't have any, well, he does have an Overseer, but he's not doing anything. Like, what is he doing? He probably does not know that the Dark Templars are even there. The Dark Templars, although they're squishy, they don't have as much health as a Zealot. They do a lot of damage. They can kill workers in one hit, and they just do so much DPS. And that's another thing that the Protoss player is doing. He not spam the Dark Templars. I don't think you should ever spam Dark Templars. Because, first of all, they're expensive, they're squishy. If they know you have Dark Templars, you can just detect them all and kill them fast. Because if Dark Templars don't have push HP, then they'll do a lot of damage. But second, by having a lot of other units around, it's a distraction. The Zerg player might not even know that he has Dark Templars. Right now he does. Because of the sound, the distinctive sound of the Dark Templars warblades. But in the chaos of battle, sometimes you notice other units first before noticing the Dark Templars. And by then, Dark Templars will wipe your base. So, always watch for Dark Templars. I mean, the Protoss unit wasn't really teching, so... Or, I mean, he didn't have any air units, so it's easy to assume that he teched the Immortals or Colossuses, however you say that, and or Dark Templars. And he didn't have Immortals or air, so he might have been going Dark Templars. And they just do a lot of damage. Even a couple Dark Templars can really screw up an expo if they go there. So yeah, that's my first StarCraft 2 shoutcast. This game wasn't really too heavy on the combat. Maybe I'll pick another replay with more combat in the future. But if you liked it, feel free to comment. Or if you don't like it, feel free to diss me and give me death threats and whatnot. Freedom of speech.